Hey everyone, Leroy here with the latest version of the 412. In 4 minutes or so, I'll answer one employee question and provide some information on two key topics. Now let's take a look at this month's question.
Hi Leroy, my name is Ashton Walters and I'm a commercial sales rep in RPS here in the Pittsburgh office. I would like to know what capital expenditures Koppers is focusing on in 2023 and how these expenditures will help us reach our goal of $300 million in EBITDA this year.
Thank you, Ashton. You know, the $115 million or so we'll spend on capital this year, about $50 million of that's going towards return projects that are expected to contribute about $30 million to our 2025 EBITDA target, with much of that benefit beginning next year. Now, from our brand new treating facility that will double cross-tie treating capacity at our RPS facility in North Little Rock, to additional peeling and drying capacity to alleviate production bottlenecks in UIP, from additional micronizing capacity being added in Rock Hill to serve added PC residential preservative demand, to our new enhanced carbon products facility in Nyborg, Denmark that will open up new exciting product markets. There's a lot to be excited about at Koppers as we wind down this year and head into 2024. I hope that provides some additional color on the CapEx spending for this year, and I appreciate the great question, Ashton. Now on to the first of two big topics for this edition of the 412, which is something I get asked every now and then, and maybe something you've thought about too. And that question is, how do our businesses fit together? Or said a different way, do our three business segments belong together? So let's begin with the obvious. Two of our three segments make chemicals that are used in our treated wood business. In fact, well over $100 million worth of our chemicals will end up in the $700 million of treated products that we will make and sell this year. And while that vertical integration is interesting, that still only represents less than 10% of what we sell on a consolidated basis that gets consumed in another Koppers business. So the real question is, does it actually create value? Meaning, do we either sell more product and or make more money through that vertical integration than we would if we weren't vertically integrated? While it can't be proven one way or the other, I believe that the answer to that question is unequivocally yes. Having our feet squarely in both chemicals and treating provides a knowledge base and network that's unparalleled in our industries. The relationships we've forged in industrial treating has absolutely led to us winning chemical business. Our expertise in certain manufacturing techniques in one chemical segment has led to innovative product developments in an emerging product market in our other chemical segment. Our presence across the entire supply chain for industrial treated products provides critical assurance of uninterrupted supply, which was never shown to be so important than it was coming out of the pandemic. And finally, from a business perspective, our three segments provide a great balance for each other as they all deal with the inevitable business cycles that affect each one. That balance has enabled us to be on track this year for our 9th straight year of adjusted EBITDA growth, battling through pandemics, wars, inflation, oil volatility, significant changes in interest rates, and massive swings in consumer behavior. All in all, I'd say our business model has served us well and will continue to do so well into the future. The second topic I'd like to cover in this edition of the 412 is an update on our cash flow progress through mid-year. Now, at the beginning of the year, I mentioned that we needed to begin focusing on how we generate more cash flow for every dollar of profit we make. In other words, how do we get paid quicker, turn over our inventory faster, or negotiate better payment terms with suppliers? All those actions translate into more cash coming in the door for Koppers. Well, I'm disappointed to report that through June, we're not faring too well so far this year. Using a simple metric of working capital held compared to our last 12 months sales indicate that we had working capital equal to just over 21% of our sales, while at year end of last year, that same number equaled a little under 17%. Now that little over 4 percentage point difference equates to close to $90 million of cash trapped in our business since year end last year. It's pretty eye-opening, isn't it? Now looking at things regionally, Australia is the only region that's positively contributed to cash flow so far this year. And from a business segment perspective, each business contributed relatively equally to the increase. Now, some of the $90 million is expected due to seasonality, which should normalize by year end, but at least half of it isn't, which means we will need to pick up our game over these last few months of the year. I know everyone is up for it. Don't be surprised if we tap you on the shoulder for help as we zero in on where we can make the most impact over these last 4 months of the year. We got this. Now let's get to work, everyone. With that, I'll sign off from this edition of the 412. Till next time, wish everyone hope, health, and happiness. Take care, everyone.